Jenna from home, which is House of Music and Entertainment, representing the burbs up in here.
Hey.
Hey, Jenna, you're a manager. So obviously you've been in the game for a minute now.
Yeah, about 14 years.
Okay. So your first ever drink was at least 14 years ago.
Well, legally it was about 7 years ago, but yes. So, wink, wink on that, but
allegedly. What was your first ever alcoholic beverage? Tell me the story.
It was effing black cherry and orange juice. I think like most of us, I was a little experimental in middle school and my parents had left it out. And I know for a fact I did not put enough in there to like actually even catch a buzz, but I like dropped a little bit in there and called my friend after I drank it. And I was like, I don't know if I'm drunk. I've never been drunk before. Like, I don't know. And she's like, you have to throw up. And I was like, I don't it though. So yeah, a little cringy, but it was, it's a good first time story, I think. So
straight from, I'm not even sure if this did anything to you have to vomit immediately.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens when you're like 13, 14 years old and you have no idea what you're doing. So
that's fair. Yeah. No chill whatsoever.
No chill at all.
So take me through going from that, which by the way, not too bad a flavor combo considering the damage you could have done.
It was what my parents had left out before they like left. So I guess I was like, well, Don and Carol like it, maybe so will I. So
well, those two, they've always been party kids.
Oh yeah, I learned from the best, that's for sure.
Indeed. So how did you go from that to finding yourself at home?
So like I said, I've been in the industry for about 14 years now. My godfather owned a couple restaurants downtown. And so I remember being like a little kid, running around behind the bar and stuff. Sorry, Uncle John, but doing all of that. And then every time we had like a family gathering, I was always really interested in like what the hired bartender was doing. And I would just stand there and watch, and it just amazed me. So I got my first real restaurant job. I think I was 17 or 18 years old. And I started at a hostess and just completely fell in love with the industry. And it's been what I've been doing ever since. So
okay, so what jobs have you worked then? Because you're an industry baby. So you've been host, you've been manager, have you been bartender?
I've been a bartender for, how old am I? I'm 28. So I've been a bartender for about 7 years now. I've done corporate, mom and pop, chains, private events and stuff like that, and just kind of worked my way up into this position. And I'm really grateful for it.
Yeah. So what if you had to choose? Because everyone has a different answer to this question that's worked in the industry. What would you say the worst job is that would surprise people?
Ooh. You know what? I think I'm going to, that's kind of tough. Being a hostess really sucked.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I wanted to see if we'd agree.
Pretty yes. Awful. Being a teenager and getting yelled at by like grown adults for them not making reservations and it always being my fault. That was definitely.
And they're not scared to, they'll go hard. They'll be like, like this bright-eyed, bushy-tailed young child, I'm going to scream at her because I'm hangry and don't know how to control myself.
Exactly. I would have a lot of people that would come in from outside and then ask me what the weather was like and if it would be comfortable to sit outside. And I was like, you were out there more recently than I was. Like,
just came in.
Yeah. Like I have not been outside, madam or sir. So,
but bartender, now that's a position of power.
Oh my God. It's my favorite thing to do in the entire world. So I absolutely love it. I worked at the Rabbit Hole in Old Town that was one of my first like real bartending jobs when I was 22. And it was like a kid and candy store, man. It was so cool. I learned so much and I got to meet some really cool people. So it was really fun, really cool to learn. So
any of those stories stick out in your mind? Anyone particularly cool?
Definitely. I had one regular, his name was John. He's the best. I love that guy. But he was always like really adamant that I learned how to make all the cocktails and learn how to make a balanced drink. Cause I was a baby bartender.
Yep.
So some would be good. Some, needed some work. And so he would always, he made a spinner on an app on his phone and he would flick it into which cocktail I would make for him that day. And I got really good at it. It was really fun working with him, and he, definitely was a good time. So
good on you for just like rolling with that too, because there are some places where it's like, this is not a balanced cocktail type bar, but you
Yeah.
still have those people being like, oh, you don't know how to make this. And it's like, obviously not. I'm 21. This is a beer and shots bar. I don't know how to make your cocktail.
But like, I give props to John, man. I can make a dirty martini like that. So people love them. So it got me really into creating cocktail menus. And so that's primarily what my job is at Home Bar is I make the cocktail menus, and they've been selling really well. There's a lot of them that I'm really proud of. So
what goes into all of that?
I guess everybody has a different process. My fiance Nolan also makes cocktail menus for his bar. Your cat's super cute, by the way. I like
my cat just caused a ruckus in the background. I'm so sorry.
Love it. But he'll say that like he just gets an idea, but for me, I get like little flavor profiles stuck in my head, and I just keep making it until it matches kind of what I'm tasting in my head, if that makes sense.
Interesting.
So I think like every bartender, we definitely have our favorite flavor profiles, but I try to be a little bit more experimental than that. I like using weird things or flavor combos that shouldn't go together, but they do go together. So,
okay. So you do a lot of research drinking.
Definitely. Yes. Yeah. So there will be a lot of straw tests, and it's a good time.
For your work. You're a professional.
I'm a professional. Yes.
A professional. So you guys always have a lot going on, it seems. Tell me a little bit about some of this entertainment that you guys get in here.
Yeah. So Home Bar. So I want to first preface, Home Bar was like my home bar before I started working here. It was always the bar I would go to after work and hang out with a bunch of industry people here. So it's been a big part of my life for a long time now. We have DJs every Friday and Saturday nights. We host a ton of parties. Almost every single weekend we're booked up with some type of event going on. So we definitely cater a lot to the community. We also do on Tuesday nights, we have trivia that starts at 7 p.m. and goes till about 9:30, depending on how crowded it is. And then every single Thursday we do karaoke, which always brings out a really good time. So 8 to sometimes 1 o'clock in the morning, we let it roll till. So, and honestly, like I've worked in bars where we've done karaoke and it's been a little rough.
Yeah.
But we got a really talented group that comes in here. So it's really good fun. So,
but are they a fun, talented group, or are they like the try-hard talented group? You never know.
There's like a handful that are try-hard talented, but for the most part, no, like it's honestly, I can safely say it's one of the first karaoke bars I've worked at where I'm not bringing earplugs with me to work. So.
Hey, listen, sometimes we love the earplug people. They make the rest of us unafraid to just get out there.
We have one guy that comes in and he like has a full set. Like I absolutely love it. He always starts with, I wear my sunglasses at night, and he's got a full dance routine. It is probably easily the highlight of my Thursdays when he comes in. I love him so
Does
much.
anyone do props? Do they get props involved?
This guy does. Yes. Like it was one time he brought in glow sticks and was like passing them out to people. It was a concert for him. It was so much fun.
I want to hang out with that guy. That guy, is having his moment. He's this is my stage.
Living his best life for sure. So I love him. So, yes. Norm, if you're listening, you're the highlight of my week every time. So.
All right. So I'm going to ask a general question.
Sure.
In a way that I wouldn't normally ask it, but I feel like you will understand this and give me a good answer.
Sure.
So hold on, let me do this real casual. So what's the vibe?
Oh, the vibe. Definitely during the weekdays, I would say it's more neighborhoody. Okay. We get a lot of late night industry people that come in, considering we are a 3 a.m. bar on weekdays. So a lot of industry bartenders will descend on Home Bar, which is great because we love our industry people. And then on weekends, it definitely is a more club type atmosphere, especially with our DJs. So it's loud, it's fun. Drinks are always pouring, shots are going wild. So we have a really great staff too. I know my girls absolutely love it, and they're always so happy when they're at work, and they're always down to party. So they're fun.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What's your industry shot? Malort, Fernet?
As of yesterday, it was definitely Fernet. But on a typical day-to-day, it's JMO.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
You're a classics girl.
I'm an Irish whiskey girl for sure.
I love it so much. I want to talk about your guys' food too, because you have Chef Anthony Sabea?
Yeah, man, he is so cool. I love Anthony. He's a good buddy. Like long before stop it. Sorry, my boss is in the background dancing at me.
Oh, bring him in.
Here you go. I'm turning around. Say hi.
Yep.
Hello, how are
Hi.
you?
No, you're on the spot now, man. Give me the pitch.
I get snitched on for dancing.
I know. You're getting exposed, bro. This is an expose story on Rock 95.5.
Yeah.
Where's Chris Hansen?
Oh God.
I promise he's normal. So.
I hope not. That sounds terribly boring.
Fun. Anthony is super, super talented. So I'm obsessed with his food. Honestly, he's like a wizard at making any type of soup. So it's I mean, not just soup though, like every
man's got his soups down. You've never had soup like this in your life.
No, I'm serious though. You have it. Like it's so good. It's so good. Like he'd made an Italian beef soup. So like think of a traditional Chicago Italian beef, but like in just a bowl of au jus. It's like literally my favorite thing in the entire world. I eat it almost every day at work and I'm still not sick of it 2 years in. So.
It sounds like my doctor would be mad at me for it, but I would enjoy it.
I'm definitely sure my blood pressure has spiked significantly, but like I don't care. I'm gonna keep rolling with it.
Like that's the way to go out, you know?
Definitely with a beef in hand. So
yeah, everything's been on a downward trajectory anyway. It's not like we're gonna be like, where I'm gonna make the cuts is like
I'm gonna die happy.
Food.
I'm gonna die happy. So I love it. So.
Is there anything else about home you want to get out into the world?
Yes. So our mozzarella sticks are kind of what we're known for within the area. So it has a garlic spread on the inside of it with like the biggest chunk of mozzarella cheese you will ever see in your entire life. And we wrap them in a wonton wrapper. So they're really crunchy. And then the cheese is just like perfectly gooey. Like I know with certain mozzarella sticks, because I'm a big cheese girl, like you'll bite it and sometimes it's just like air because the cheese will melt out of it. With the wonton wrappers, that doesn't happen here. So it is just gooey and just the right kind of crunchy. It's, man, they're like crack. They're so good.
A bar that actually puts effort into its mozzarella sticks.
That is definitely the standard Anthony has set. So he's incredibly talented. I'm a big fan. So. Oh my God.
When you were like mozzarella sticks, I was like, yeah, okay, mozzarella, but garlic spread.
No, they're so good. And like they definitely are. I've never had a mozzarella stick like these before. So they're super good. The sausage and rigatoni is also amazing. It's a homemade marinara sauce that he does. And like it's creamy and rich. It's perfect. So
we're going to sing karaoke and eat gourmet mozzarella sticks. Yes, is what's about to go down
next Thursday. So
hell yes. Absolutely.
I'm pumped, man. So.
Me too, dude. Well, thank you so much for hanging out today.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, look at that. Cheers.
You get to dancing back there.
No,
yes.